Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of All About the Cars of Gran Turismo 7. In this video, we're going to learn all about the 1960 Plymouth XNR Ghia Roadster. I do want to mention this car can only be purchased at the legendary dealership, and it costs 1.6 million credits to obtain. You're going to get a little bit of an extra tidbit in this video because I do not own this car yet, so I'm going to purchase it right now. So I'm going to be learning right along with you because I have never had this car before on this game. So I'm going to click on this and we're going to go over some of the specs. The stock performance points of this car are 427.74. It's an FR drivetrain, which means that the engine is situated at the front of the car and the rear wheels drive the car. It comes stock with 250 horsepower at 7,000 RPM, weighs 3,307 pounds, and the engine is naturally aspirated. As I mentioned, 1.6 million credits to purchase the car, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Well, actually, before I do that, we're going to click on Learn More and see what McKeel has to say. This unique Plymouth Roadster is best known for having been designed by Carrozzeria Ghia. But do you know where the XNR name comes from? If you try to read XNR out loud, it sounds just like XNR, doesn't it? It's the name of the legendary American designer Virgil Max Exner, who led Chrysler's design for much of the 1950s and 1960s. He developed various designs in conjunction with Luigi Segre of Carrozzeria Ghia. Many innovative and interesting designs resulted from this collaboration, and this XNR Ghia Roadster was one of them. The XNR also made waves in 2011 when it claimed the Gran Turismo trophy at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. Alright, I'm going to purchase this car right now, and then we're going to go learn some more. Alright, that's everything we can learn from the legendary dealer, so I'm going to back out to the main menu, and we're going to go to the garage, where I'm going to get into this car now. Click on Change Car, and go down to P for Plymouth. There's Porsche, and there's Plymouth. So I'm going to click on this car, we'll listen to the startup sound, and then we'll learn some more about it. Alright, we're going to go to Car Collection, go to this vehicle, and we're going to read this description about it. A Gran Turismo Award winner, this wild concept car had numerous pronounced fins that reflected America's jet age. Over 5 decades ago, Virgil Exner, who led the golden years of Chrysler in the 1950s and 60s, created something that revolutionized car design. So impressive was it that, as recently as 2011, it ended up receiving the prestigious Gran Turismo Award at the 61st Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. His Plymouth XNR Ghia Roadster, which inherited his name in abbreviated form, was actually built by Carrozzeria Ghia, a company that Exner had close ties with. Plymouth represented the entry-level brand for Chrysler, but that didn't stop Exner from incorporating technology into his creation that had trickled down from Chrysler's involvement in NASCAR. This concept car was made as the future of sports cars that would rival cars like the Chevrolet Corvette and Ford Thunderbird. In order to succeed, the car had to be striking. By far, the most striking feature was its asymmetric styling. From the air intake in the car's nose to the flow from the headrest to the rear, it's Exner's interpretation of aerodynamic styling that characterized 50s racing. The cockpit's right side is covered with tonneau cover, which makes the car appear to be a single-seater at first glance, but there actually is a seat hiding under the cover, making it a fully fledged two-seat sports car. The prominent fins on the sides of the body were actually a shared design featured from the Valiant, the car on which the concept car was based. Although its overly avant-garde styling ultimately proved too much for the market, thus prohibiting the car from making it to mass production. The XNR did manage to make major shockwaves in the car design realm at the time. So some interesting facts about this car from the car collection menu. Now we're going to back out again to the main menu and go to the cafe, where we'll see if anybody is waiting to talk to us about this car. And we have Hideo Kodama here, so we're going to click on him and see what he has to say. Virgil Exner is a designer that I'm quite fond of. After working with Raymond Loewy, he served as the first design director for Chrysler from 1953 to 1961. With designs overflowing with personality, he was the leading figure in the golden age of Chrysler design. From all of those creations, the one that stands out to me is the XNR. This concept car can be regarded as an answer to sports cars like the Chevrolet Corvette and Ford Thunderbird. It features a unique asymmetrical design with an air scoop, interior panel, and tail fin serving as accents. One might call the styling of this car outrageous, but it was very fresh. Alright, so that's everything we can learn about this car from the Gran Turismo game, but we're going to make one last stop at the tuning shop, where we'll see what we can do to this car to make it faster and get the performance points and horsepower up from where they are at stock. So everything under sports can be done. Under club sports, with the exception of high compression pistons, everything else can be added to this car. Under semi-racing, a supercharger can be added, but turbochargers cannot, and neither can intercoolers. Everything else is available. Under racing, stroke up is not available, but pretty much everything else except for some of the more high-end modifications down here are available to add to the car. So you can definitely get that 427 performance points and 250 horsepower up much higher. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helped you to determine whether or not you'd like to add the Ghia Roadster to your collection. Stay tuned for more videos highlighting all of the vehicles of Gran Turismo 7. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.